When my husband and I had only been married a few years, we started a women's Bible study at our church. And we were going through this book about basically how to be a good wife. And for me, every chapter was a new thing to work on. And so the first one, I was like, okay, these are good thoughts. These are things that I need to work on. I can do this. And so I worked on those things throughout the week. And then I met with the ladies at the end of the week. And then we started the next chapter. And I'm like, oh, I need to work on this too. Okay, well, I'll try to do that. And so I tried to do that and then keep up with the first thing and then met with the ladies the next week. And then the third week, I'm like, I apparently am not a good wife. I have, I'm not doing any of these things, or at least I'm not doing them well, not according to this lady anyway. And so I began to get really discouraged. One of the ladies asked, what do you think of this book? And I said, well, I think that it makes me feel like a horrible wife. I'm not doing a good job. I'm not doing a good job at any of these things. And not only that, but I don't even have time to work on them because then I just get a new thing. And the new thing is like, yeah, you need to work on that too. And then now I'm just overwhelmed. That's how I felt about it. And I think that a lot of times we can feel like that with the Bible. We can look at this book that God gave us as just a list of laws and rules that we have to follow that we probably aren't following all that well. And every time we hear a new one, we think, oh, I need to work on that too. Oh, I need to work on that too. Well, apparently I'm just not very good at obeying God or following his commands or being a Christian, right? We just start to feel like I'm not good at this. And then you're overwhelmed. And that is not what God meant by giving us these laws. And it's not what his book is all about. And since we just finished going over all of the 10 commandments, I realized that some of y'all might be feeling that. Some of you might be thinking, okay, there were 10 commandments that we just went over, 11 different podcasts, and I need to work on all of these things, or at least a lot of them. And these aren't even all the laws. God has other instructions in this book. And I have over 5 of these that I have to work on and then add the others to the list. And you might be feeling overwhelmed. And I did not want to leave this study with you feeling like that. I wanted you to know the purpose of these rules. And so the first part of this lesson, I'm going to read you Moses's encouragement to the people after he read all of these laws to them. And then I'm going to tell you what Jesus says about the laws and what God's true purpose is in giving them to us. And so this should be a great encouragement to you, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed by all of the things that God wants from you.